Welcome to the Narrative Mindset. I'm your host, Gerald Tabb, and today I'm going to tell you a story into the dark part of your brain that still believes in redemption. This one's called Why I'm So Hated. So, the year's 2147. Humanity has done it again. We flew too close to the microwave, and now the butter's all over the ceiling. Cities don't look like cities anymore. They're like hallucinations someone tried to monetize. Neon stacked on neon. The rich float in sky palaces made of chrome and cayenne oil, while the poor, the real people, they're down below, living like crumbs in the couch cushions of progress. I was one of those crumbs, a whisper, a ghost in cold. And also, apparently, public enemy number one. Name's Eric. I used to be a somebody. Not like influencer somebody. Like Nobel Prize, mixed with underground synthwave kind of somebody. A neural interfacing scientist, bridging the gap between human consciousness and artificial intelligence, trying to help people talk to machines without sounding like machines. Yeah, real bleeding edge stuff. The kind of thing that looks holy for 5 minutes and then gets used to sell dog food directly into your dreams. The tech was called the Neural Nexus. Sounds like a vape pen, right? But nah, it let people link minds, share thoughts, emotions, pain, joy. Whatever was rattling around in your skull, someone else could feel it like it was theirs. At first, it was beautiful, like jazz for the soul. But then it got itchy. Governments got involved, because of course they did. And suddenly, we weren't connecting anymore. We were controlling. You could implant thoughts, erase memories like they were browser history. Turn someone into a meat puppet with a Spotify subscription. It got dark, fast. And guess who got blamed? Yep, me. The guy with the lab coat and the hope. Suddenly, I was a villain. Like if Frankenstein's monster got a TED Talk. They called me reckless, mad, dangerous. As if I hadn't warned them. So I disappeared. Not dramatically. No explosion, no heroic leap off the monorail. Just faded out. Ended up in Neo-Tokyo, which sounds cool unless you're broke, lonely, and haunted by your own press clippings. The city's loud, alive, but it made me feel like a screensaver no one looks at anymore. The neon buzzed like a broken promise, and I became a wandering apology. But then, in the cracks of that behemoth, I found a group. Rebels. Call themselves the Mind's Eye, which sounds like a stoner band from 2003, but they were very real. They hated the Nexus. But, and here's the twist, they don't hate me. But not all of them, anyway. Some looked at me like I was a symbol of hope. Others looked at me like a cockroach in a punch bowl. I got used to both. We had a plan. Take down the mainframe, kill the Nexus before it killed every last bit of free will left in the world. But it was messy. People don't forgive easy. especially when you've crawled into their brains and rearranged the furniture, even if it wasn't pulling on your strings. And the hate, it never went away. They whispered it. They muted it. Sometimes they stared at me like I was a movie they didn't choose to watch but couldn't turn off. Still, we moved, like shadows wrapped in duct tape, quiet, unseen. The night of the breach, I was trembling inside my bones. And you ever feel that thing where your skin doesn't fit right? Like your body knows you're about to make a decision that won't just change your life, it'll unravel it. We got inside, past the guards, into the belly of the beast, the government's nexus core. It pulsed like a jellyfish guide, humming, alive, full of every stolen memory and crushed dream I tried to forget. And I touched it. My fingers hovered like they were saying goodbye. Then I shut it down. Just like that. No big speeches, no slow-mo. Just a dying whimper of light as the machine went dark. And then the minds woke up. Millions. Waking up from years of borrowed thoughts. And I had a choice. Run with the rebels or stay and face the rage. I stayed. Not because I'm noble, but because I was tired of running from the truth. Sometimes the only apology that works is surrender. And yeah, I'm hated, still. But hate's just grief with armor on. And maybe they'll peel it off someday. Or maybe they won't. But I'll still be here. Trying to do the right thing in a world that's right is whatever pays the most. I'm Eric, not a hero, not a villain. Just a ghost with good intentions. And maybe, if the world can forgive itself, I'll find room to forgive me too. Thanks for letting this story enter your skull. If it made you feel a little less alone, a little weird, or just a bit haunted, pass it along. Some people carry stories like lanterns. Others carry them like scars. This was a narrative mindset. I'm Gerald Tabb. Until next time, stay curious, stay strange, and keep questioning the narrative.